Hello, I'm Alex Hare, and I welcome you to Australian Archives, a program of musical items featuring Australian artists of note and taken from the archives. Australian Archives is once again with you, and to begin the program, we go back to June 1930 to the Parlophone Studios in Sydney. At the piano is Beryl Newell, the microphone Des Tooley, and she's going to sing for us Ragamuffin Romeo.
I'll tell to you about the love of someone who they call the Ragamuffin Romeo. To sigh and wail as lovers do when thinking of his sweetie too, poor little Ragamuffin Romeo. In dreams only they had ever met, and at dawn he'd away. Oh, so lonely for his Juliet, and then he would take his little sack and hit the road, picking rags at each abode. Poor little Ragamuffin Romeo.
Melbourne's own Dorothy Baker from an early 1960s recording, Pal of My Cradle Days. It's an old-timer. And we began with Des Tooley, and Beryl Newell accompanied her at the piano in the Parlophone Studios in Sydney in June of 1930 with a bright one called Ragamuffin Romeo. Now for some toe-tapping, thigh-slapping and knee-bending action, here's Bob Dyer and his Mountain Men in Regal Zonophone Studios in Sydney on the 5th of September 1940, and they cut She'll Be Comin' Round the Mountain.
Coming round the mountain when she comes. When she comes. She'll be coming round the mountain when she comes. When she comes. She'll be coming round the mountain, coming around the mountain. She'll be coming round the mountain when she comes. Now we'll all go out to meet her when she comes. When she comes. We'll all go out to meet her when she comes. When she comes. We'll all go out to meet her. We'll all go out to meet her. We'll all go out to meet her when she comes. Play it, Harry. Five white horses when she comes. When she comes. She'll be riding 4 white horses when she comes. When she comes. She'll be riding 3 white horses. She'll be riding 2 white horses. She'll be riding on the donkey when she comes. We'll kill the old red rooster when she comes. When she comes. We'll kill the old red rooster when she comes. When she comes. Now we'll kill the old red rooster 'cause he can't do what he used to. We'll kill the old red rooster when she comes. Play it, boys!
Orchids in the Moonlight there, from the film Flying Down to Rio, and a lovely arrangement by Lou Tupano and his music that was recorded for the Spotlight label here in Melbourne in the mid-1950s. And before that, it was up in Sydney, September of 1940 for Regal Zonophone, and Bob Dyer's Mountain Men. She'll be coming round the mountain indeed. Now let's come back to Melbourne. The Parker Sisters, Max Blake, Joan Clark and Bill Flynn's 3dB Orchestra in said studios in the 1950s. How High the Moon.
Somewhere there's music, how faint the tune.
Somewhere there's heaven, how high the moon.
There is no moon above when love is far away too, till it comes true that you love me as I love you.
Somewhere there's music, it's where you are.
Somewhere there's heaven, how near, how far.
The darkest night would shine if you would come to me soon.
Until you will, how still my heart, how high the moon.
Somewhere there's music, it's where you are.
Somewhere there's heaven, how near, how far.
The darkest night would shine if you would come to me soon.
Until you will, how still my heart, how high the moon.
Ernesto Lecuona's Taboo, played for us by the Lee Gallagher Trio. And Lee Gallagher was on piano, Don Osborne on drums, and Harry Meeking on bass, and a fine sound indeed. That was recorded in the 1950s. Before that, it was also from the 1950s, a 3dB transcription featuring the Parker Sisters, Max Blake, Joan Clark, and Bill Flynn and the 3dB Orchestra, Irving Berlin's How High the Moon. Now back to 1927, and one of the early recordings made electrically in the Columbia Homebush Studios. 9th of March 1927, Len Maurice with the 2FC Studio Orchestra, and he tells us you've got to black shuffle. Sicilian Tarantella, nice toe tapper there from the Victorian Trumpet Trio. And before that, Len Maurice with the 2FC Studio Orchestra. You've got a Black Shuffle. Now here's Edwin Duff with Bob Gibson's band, recording for the Pacific 78 label in mid-1950s, Unless.
With a kiss,
boiled or fried.
Well, I'm satisfied as long as I get my kiss.
How do you like your toast in the morning?
I like mine with a hug. Dark or light, the world's all right as long as I get my hug. I've got to have my love in the AM.
All the rest of your day is positively mayhem.
Yes, I'm a regular monster.
Well, how do you like your eggs in the morning?
I like mine with a kiss. Up or down, I never frown. Eggs can be almost bliss, just as long as I get my kiss.
How would you like your eggs this morning?
Oh, gosh, are we having eggs again? They told me marriage was bliss.
Boiled?
No fry.
Aren't you ever satisfied?
Yes, I am when I get my kiss.
How would you like your toast this morning?
Uh-oh, another burnt offering. Pass me the coffee jug. Gosh, I'm tired.
Better hurry, you'll be fired.
Say, when do I get my hug?
Well, we're at it, dear. What time did you get home?
Oh, in the AM.
I thought so.
Well, I met all the gang, and we sang, did we slay 'em?
You're a regular monster.
Oh, honey, why do we have to fight every morning?
The explanation is this.
Tell 'em, baby.
We fight and then make up again.
Fighting can be almost bliss, just as long as I get my kiss. We fight and we fight, but it winds up all right, just as long as I get my kiss.
Nicholas Brodsky wrote that piece, How Do You Like Your Eggs? Two great talents from Melbourne of the past, Eula Parker and Geoff Brooke, working with Bill Flynn and the 3DB Orchestra. And before that, Edwin Duff and Bob Gibson's band in Sydney and the song Unless. Australian Archives was conceived, prepared and produced by Alex Hare for Golden Days Radio. Thanks for listening and bye for now.